Welcome back to another video. Just down here now, we're just doing a bit of a look around. Just down here looking at the cows and the bull calves. Look, they're on their last, I suppose, piece of ground down here now. It's starting to get wet. I don't think we get to run back around. There's a pick coming back there, but starting to get cold now as well. So I'd say growth is going to dwindle away there very quick, but everywhere is fairly green looking around still anyway. But they'll have another, maybe they get 3 days out this year, maybe for the weekend, but to maybe move then and get him in. But these lads now, there's majority, there's a couple on it there now, wouldn't be this little lad here, he'd probably leave him with the cow, but the rest of them there now are fit to be weaned. So as we bring him in there, then we'll start that. But they're on the creep feeder over there. See the creep feeder there behind me. They're on the creep feeder there. They're getting somewhere between 1.5 kilos to 2 kilos a piece there. That's one thing about that, you can control it. I see the other feeders there you've no control over it. Now they'll be eating up to four, maybe more, some of them, I don't know what, but that's what's really working out how per head anyway. Just goes a little bit too strong. There's no real need for it when they're still on the cow, I think, anyway. So the plan there last year with AI was to try and get a few heifers, so look, we only got 3 out of 19, so it didn't really work out very well in that favour. The 50-50 rule didn't work out, but look, that's the way the cookie crumbles, as I say. But we'll take a look at these calves here, and there'll be a few, so you can pick out a few AI calves here and we'll see what they look like. That calf there now is after the youngest bull there, and he's out of that cow there. That's one with a bit of white on her, and that lad there now he's a heifer's calf out of after Celtic Rembrandt. Bit lighter in the hind quarters or what I'd like. The lad behind him then, that's a Jarell calf out of a heifer as well. That's actually her there with him there, but a better looking calf, more shape to him. She looks to having an awful elder of milk, but she's after rearing a good calf there anyway. That lad there now, he's after the young bull as well, so he's bringing good calves. So like there, that's a pair there after the young bull, so couldn't say too much about him there. Now he's bringing nice calves enough. And that lad there, then he's after the young bull as well. So like, nice bit of arse to him, good length. Now they are tallish in themselves, but look, that's a calf there now after our middle bull. There'll be more stockier calves. Oh, he's a nice calf there too. There'll be square on the hind, good square calf. So that's a Celtic Rembrandt calf as well. Nice calf enough, but I'd rather him with a bit more of an arse now. He's out of a heifer, so but he's good length in him. But I'd rather a bit more shape to him. Now she could come for a scratch sometimes. She could hit you a puck sometimes too, but Just up here now, they're all very quiet here now this morning. It's a good dry morning, so they're happy enough. That's another Celtic Rembrandt, and that's his mother there behind him, heifer as well, heifer's calf. Nice calf enough, I suppose. She's done a good job on him, but that's her there. Doesn't seem to have an awful bag of milk, but look, she's rearing a decent enough calf. So this is another Celtic Rembrandt out of that's she's the second calver. Nice calf enough. Like, doesn't seem to have a major elder on her there either, but look. The mix there for the bulls there as well. They're getting their straw, their meal. They're on about 6 kilos. They were on 5. They're on 6 there now, just building them up slowly. The bulls building them up slowly there to probably bring them to 8, and then maybe for the last month and a half we'll bring them on further, but we'll try bring them to 8 there now and see how they go. Should push them on there fairly well, but the mix gone in there, like you see, throw it in there, and you can see then, say from the start of the mix, like where you start to see it chopping down and when everything is in it with the silage and all, and then towards the end you can see how well it chops it down there, breaks it up, and then for the feed out then along, like it's a good short even mix, comes out nice and even through the start of the unloading to the finish of the unloading. So like happy enough with the way the feeder is working there. Now it's later on, what, 3-4 hours since they were fed here, and you can see all these lads now, they're all stretched out there chewing their cud. A couple of them at the barrier here eating, but that's the mix there now as well. Like, as you can see, it's nice and finely chopped. The straw there, you can see, like, what's that, a couple of inches, all chopped up good and well there, and like they're after rooting through that there, and you can see a good mix there of the meal there in it and all. Like, I suppose these lads will tell you, you have to read it like a book, be able to see the lines down along it. You can see your silage and grain and the straw there as well, like everything is mixed through it. So yeah, be happy enough with the way that mix is going there. These lads are happy enough with it too. They were all stretched out there a minute ago when I started talking. Now they're they're standing up and getting moving again, but they seem to be doing well. Didn't weigh these, didn't bother. The bulls here then, I weighed them. See they're going through them. But yeah, these lads are doing well now. They're flying there. They really are taking a good jump on. They're from 810 kilos was the heaviest lad, and the lightest lad there was just 690. They're smaller framed lads, so I'd say they're all in good order too. Like the lad lying down there, he'd be some of the lighter ones. This far lad, there's a good back on him there when you see him lying down. But that lad there standing up now, he's one of the lighter lads as well. Probably a little bit, wouldn't be as thick as the rest of them, but look, there's only 8 in it. There's only 8 in it, so I'm not going to keep 3 or 4 there just on their own. It's a bit of a hassle, and don't really have the shed space now either. Like the rest of the lads now will be coming in after a week or so move these lads on after getting onto the factory there, after getting a good quote there as well. So we'll let them on down. They're going now in the morning, and they're eager enough to get cattle, so you make a phone call after dinner and they say bring them down in the morning. Like that doesn't happen too often. But look, I suppose their average gain there will go through. Probably when I get the weights back, I'll be able to go through their weights there and see what way they've done. But these are gaining almost 2 kilos. The best lad there was 2.5. There was a 2.3 and a 2.25. So their average gain then, I think it wasn't 2, it was 1.92 or something like that. 1.92 as their average gain there between the 8 of them. So, but yeah, that meal is really doing the trick for us there now. That's a nice mix there as well, and they're happy enough. Intakes have increased on it as well, so they're doing fairly well there, like on just the meal and the straw on its own. They're happy enough, and the dung, like us agreeing with him, like the dung is as it should be, and there's no hassle with them. They're content in themselves. They're not fighting and tussling that much either, so it's a good sign there. So that's the last of these slats down. Well, we're missing 3 here, two longer ones and the centre one, but they should be here in the next day or so. So look at nothing major there. But yeah, I got down handy enough. I wet the slats and sure just thump them in there with a sledge. Look at it warm you up all right, but had Daniel here today, so he gave me a hand just finishing them off. He's the week off there, so there was only a few there to go down anyway. But we have the cows in here now as well. We started bringing down the cows. These have calved. They're the ones that were out in the field there, so I brought them down. So they seem happy enough on the slats there. I don't see them stepping across, bouncing from one foot to the other when they were standing. So maybe they're snug enough to seem to be, their feet seem to be sinking into them there. So look, softer now. I'd imagine a sturdier. But now I know there's only 5 cows on that, so it takes numbers to keep it clean as well. But I'd say that maybe a bit dirtier on it. But look, if it helps to comfort a bit, sure, look, what can you do? But yeah, look, I'm going to finish up the video here now. Next video now, hopefully we'll be making a start there at getting that door set up there. I have the door made up, the frame made up and all, so it's just a matter of setting up, getting the rails set up and what have you there, get it set up and get it sheeted and covered in, and probably get the cappings on the shed there then as well. Maybe get a hoist there to get up somewhat handier on them anyway. A few other bits and pieces, sure there should be more calves coming along now as well, so there won't be long coming down here, and some of them others have to be brought in. So look, so yeah, we'll finish up here now, and as always, give us a like and a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Good luck.